raise your hand, and I will call on you. We will start with Dan Savage or OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Khem, just curious how this offseason went for you. What were some of the focuses of your game this offseason as you look to improve heading into next season?
My offseason was to be more aggressive, especially on pick and rolls and also on my shooting. I don't think I've displayed that in the past 2 years. I think I have a soft touch around mid-range, but I've also been working on the corner three a lot and also other spots on the three. But I've been mainly focusing on the corner three. A lot of guys like me, that's where they usually tend to that's where they tend to begin at, and then as they get more comfortable, they expand.
Dan, back to you.
Khem, one of the things Cliff was talking about was how in some of the team's best wins last season, he cited 3 of them. You were at the center of it, and he talked a little bit about the success that the team has when you're playing the 4 on defense alongside Vooch and then playing the 5 on offense. Just talk about how comfortable you are playing alongside Vooch and how you could see that tandem growing heading into this year.
At the end, I remember at the end of my rookie year, we played. Me and Vooch played together a lot. But also, I've been working on my game so I can play with Vooch this season. Like I said, working on the corner three, so when he gets the ball in the post, he can kick out, and also just being more aggressive. Because when I'm on the court with Vooch, a lot of teams tend to think I'm not a threat. So I feel like playing with Vooch, I gotta be more of a threat this season, and that's how I've been working on this offseason.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Yeah. Hey, good afternoon, Khem. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, man.
All right. Thank you. How long did it take you to get comfortable shooting the 3? Just when you're practicing, and what's your confidence level now?
I mean, it took a long time. I remember when I first got here, it was like a half-court shot, and I gradually progressed. Like last time I went like 0 for 11 in FIBA, and I just knew like it's not going to just come right away. You know, I always have a saying like Rome wasn't built in one day, and that's how I always approach my game, just patience. And obviously right now I'm not 100% confident in it, but I think I'll be more confident shooting than I was last season. I was more confident in the bubble, but you know, I in the bubble my approach is to just help the team make the playoffs and also play my role. But now I think with a full season ahead, I can probably display more of that, and we'll see as the season progresses how that goes.
Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Khem. Coach was talking before about how good of a screener you are. Now that the team has added guys like Cole Anthony and Dwayne Bacon, do you feel like you can use your screening ability to free those guys up?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think also me being more of a threat will help them even more. I think it was kind of bad last season. I wasn't really a threat, and I don't think my screening was as good as I thought it was. But I think that if I'm a threat, it will help those guys out even more.
Okay, back to Josh Robbins.
Aside from your on-court stuff and all the work you did, what was the best thing you did during this off season, or was there even a highlight? I know none of us are really going out as much or doing stuff, but any highlights?
Just spend more time with my daughter. I think that's what it is. Family time, a lot of family time. I took that for granted before the pandemic, and now I just every day I just want to go home to my daughter and spend just a lot of time with her. Just that's like a blessing right now. And I'm not trying to. I don't want to sound weird, but I'm happy that the pandemic is still here, just so I can spend so much time with my daughter. Like I just love it.
Dan Savage.
Khem, over the last few days, you could get your first extended looks at Cole Anthony and Chuma Okeke. What have you seen out of those 2 guys as players, and what stood out to you about their respective games?
Those 2 kids are like most humble kids, and they're like sponges. They always want to get better, and they're so talented. Chuma, like one of the most talented defenders I've seen. I was like, I didn't know he was like that. I didn't know Chuma can defend like that. And also he has a soft touch around the 3-point line. Chuma's very talented, and Cole is just a talented player. I think he's the #1 player in his class, and he's really underestimated. But I just can't believe he got to us right now. That's a shocker to me. But also he's a humble kid. He's gonna get better. He's quick. He can shoot. He can score, and that's what we need in the second unit. And he's gonna be great.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Kim. Good to see you. I saw a video. You made 21, I think, out of 22 3-pointers during the video that was shown. And I see you smiling as well. You should be. Can you just kind of take us through that, go back to that moment, take us through sort of what was going through your mind, how you were feeling there? Because you were looking really good with your shot.
Man, I wouldn't call that a fluke, but I don't really count that type of stuff. It's not in a real game setting. It was in my natural habitat, just in the open gym, just with my friend, my trainer, just working out. And I just so happened to shoot 21 out of 22 because I've been working on it literally for 3 years. But I wouldn't carry that over or anything. That was just something that just miraculously happened, and I was just feeling good on myself that day.
Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
What are going to be the keys to become an elite defensive team this year? I know Coach earlier was talking about you guys have the personnel to do that. What are the keys in your mind to become that?
I just feel like just the same approach as last season. Obviously, there's a couple of rookies on our team who didn't get the chance to have summer league to have that type of build up. So I think those guys just being able to learn it on the fly will help us a lot. Because I feel like we still have the same approach as last season. I just think we need to get the young guys on board.
Okay, Josh Robbins, back to you.
Down here in the States, we're not that familiar with Kareem. I assume that you are much more familiar with him, partly because of his Quebec roots and Canada roots. Can you describe, what he's like as a person and also what he's like as a player on the court?
He's another humble guy. As soon as I saw him, I told him what it was, and he told me he was ready to listen to me, and because he knew what I went through. So he's also another sponge, and on the court, he's working out right now as we speak. He's always on the court, and he works out with me at nighttime. Every time I tell him that I'm going to go run, he comes with me. He's just trying to get better as the days go by as well.
Okay, a couple more for Kim. We'll go to Roy Perry.
Kim, a little more serious question. Steve Clifford talked about how this is a really great opportunity for you guys to be able to get back out. You're playing, basketball again under all these crazy circumstances. Evan talked about, the pandemic allowed him to sort of gain some perspective, realize family, how much family means to him. I'm just wondering, are you seeing guys, or maybe, from your own perspective, guys maybe focusing a little more and appreciating the game a little bit more and each other a little bit more during this time?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like you said, a lot of guys we were able to stay home with our kids the whole day, practically the whole day. So yeah, I've been taking anything for granted, and I know the other guys. All we do is talk about our kids, and we just come from the stadium, go home. We don't ever talk about anything else besides our families now. It's a different time, and but at the end of the day, that's what it is, and I'm happy about it.
And the last question will go to Dan Savage.
Kim, you touched on this a little bit earlier, but with Cole, Chuma, yourself, guys like Terrence Ross in that potential second unit, just how much firepower and offensive burst can that second unit potentially give the team this season?
I can give a lot. You have a big threat in T. Ross, but also I'm telling you, I think Chuma is very underrated. He's a very underrated defender. Also, you can space out the floor, and Cole is a scorer, but also he's a playmaker as well. So it's gonna be really fun to play with those guys and to see them grow and progress. Obviously, they're gonna have a little bit of slumps, but those guys are so humble that I don't think they'll stay down for a while. Those kids are really special.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks.